How a Swiss bank account can make people rich step by step. Did you know that a Swiss bank account can make you rich? All you need is working with the best-in-class offshore banking professionals. My clients multiplied their money by 5 to 10 times, step by step. A client from Cairo started with $500,000 in 1995, and step by step his portfolio went up to $8 million. During the same period, others have lost millions. Choosing the wrong bank, getting the wrong advice, and investing in dangerous products are the most frequent mistakes made by non-resident investors. I have carefully analyzed the history of successful portfolios. I discovered a few simple rules. Following such simple rules will make you rich. Stay tuned.
Caputo and Partners, SwissBankingLawyers.com. We fight for your money.
Hi, I'm Mr. Caputo, a Swiss banking lawyer, the owner of the boutique law firm Caputo and Partners, and the founder of SwissBankingLawyers.com, the place where international business people find tips and solutions with offshore banking, global asset protection, and how to pay less tax. Only the fact of having your money offshore on a Swiss bank account is the most important measure to safeguard your assets with offshore banking. Your assets in an offshore account are disconnected from your home country and his courtrooms. You will be protected from the reach of the authorities at home. Assets at home can be frozen overnight by an act of caprice or despotic act. 30% of the world's offshore banking money is managed in Switzerland. Why Swiss bank accounts are so popular? Asset protection is the answer. Today, the authorities shoot first and ask questions later. I saw innocent business owners with frozen assets losing their business within few weeks. Having your assets protected with a Swiss bank account for non-resident is fundamental to remain successful and become very rich with offshore banking in Switzerland. How you benefit from Swiss bank account advantages. Once your assets are in Switzerland, sitting on a Swiss bank account for foreigners, you need a solid bank and an experienced asset manager. The Swiss banks are among the world's best capitalized banks. I will introduce you to a Swiss bank with a Tier 1 capital ratio exceeding 20%. I will select a private bank with no risks in their balance sheet. You need a Swiss bank fully dedicated to private banking, avoiding banks dealing with dubious investment banking, commercial or risky lending activities. Swiss banks are famous for being expensive. Quality has its price. They are strictly regulated. They offer the highest standards in terms of IT, online and mobile banking and global network with the highest level of professionalism. Some of them are in the private banking business for 200 years. Nevertheless, do not accept the standard price list. Negotiate all-in fees if you know the industry standards. If not, never walk alone in a bank. You can be the victim of some rapacious bankers, as you can never deal with them at par on the same eye level. The banker is much better informed than you are. It will not be easy for you to negotiate. Why are all-in fees so important to safeguard your Swiss bank account? All-in fees are transparent. You know exactly how much you will pay at the end of the year. Every bank has different fees. It's a non-transparent jungle. Overcrowding banking fees can easily destroy the performance of your portfolio. There is something much more important. The all-in fee structure will protect you from churning activities and conflict of interest situations. The all-in fee price structure is the best protection against churning and rapacious bonus-driven bankers. As you may know, the majority of Swiss bankers are job hoppers. They work under constant pressure and stress of being kicked out of the bank. They must reach a certain amount of new assets under management before the end of the current year. The IT system calculates the exact amount of profit generated from each of his clients. The performance of a private banker is considered as a profit center. They earn a salary and, more important, a bonus. Normally, the bonus supersedes the annual salary by far. I know private bankers leaving the bank because of the bank's compliance officer. Risky, shy compliance officers are often rejecting one Swiss bank account opening request after the other. Many private bankers are frustrated. They just wait for the next headhunter's offer. Other senior private bankers started their own boutique asset management company. My advice, ask your banker. Find out if he's a job hopper. Asking about his professional experience. Job hoppers are dangerous for your Swiss bank account. The management of your investments is a long-term mission. Successful Swiss bank accounts are managed by professional senior bankers for multiple years or decades. Successful private banking is based on trust. Trust needs time. Frequently changing bankers means poison for your Swiss bank account. The Swiss bank account opening documentation is composed of complicated forms. A wrong form can cause a financial disaster. If you like this video, show it to us now and push the like button now. If you like information just like this, make sure to not miss the new videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel now. Click on the subscribe button and ring the bell. Ask and find out if your banker is a job hopper or just a product pusher. You can ask him for professional references. Swiss banks have internal recommendation lists. They have homemade financial products listed. The private bankers are instructed to exclusively promote financial products listed on the recommendation list. Should the private banker propose to his client the best product available on the market, or should he sell the homemade product of the bank listed on the recommendation list? The right answer to this question can decide if your Swiss bank account will end with a success story or a financial disaster for your offshore bank account. The reality is that uneducated clients are becoming victims of product pushers. Typically, the portfolio statement of the Swiss bank account of the victims is showing illiquid and super expensive structured products and side pockets of illiquid hedge funds. If your portfolio is full of illiquid investments, side pockets of funds and other bad products, please leave a comment in the comment section below mentioning the bad investment and who was responsible for it. Your comment should be a naming and shaming, alerting the audience from the bad practices, including bad actors in the market. Product pushers have nothing to do with the fine art of Swiss private banking. Product pushers can be easily replaced, private bankers not. Conflict of interest situations are widespread. You have to make sure working with the best-in-class professionals managing your offshore bank account. If you can onboard the right professional, your Swiss bank account will become a success story and make you rich, very rich. How can you find and engage the best-in-class asset managers? Maybe you are lucky and happy with your private banker in Singapore, London or Hong Kong. Your bank account is constantly growing. If this should be the case, I'm pretty sure that your senior banker is working for you since at least 5 years. Meanwhile, he has become your friend. As I said before, success in private banking needs trust, and trust needs time. There is no free lunch. Keep working with him, but not exclusively with him. Do not concentrate a lot of your assets with the same bank in one sole jurisdiction. Mitigate your cluster risk by splitting your assets with multiple banks located in various jurisdictions. Let's assume you have a portfolio in your offshore bank account in Hong Kong, Singapore, Luxembourg or London. It has grown up to a value of 10 million or even more. Having so much money concentrated in one bank and in one jurisdiction definitely represents a cluster risk. You should diversify and split your assets into 2 equal parts. Choose another solid bank located in another jurisdiction. Switzerland is a first-class jurisdiction for secure offshore banking. Not considering Switzerland is a mistake in terms of asset protection. Diversify your risk. Consider different banks and various jurisdictions. If you are disappointed because of always changing private bankers and product pushers, I'm pretty sure that your bank account is not doing well. Check your statements. It's time for a change. Take action immediately. Give me a call now on 00414421244404. Let's discuss the best way to protect your assets. Maybe we can recover a part of the damage. I will introduce you to an independent star asset manager who will deliver results. As the former CEO of the Swiss Association of Asset Managers, I know the best-in-class asset managers in Switzerland. They will continuously grow your assets. You need an independent asset manager sitting in the driver's seat. He will buy the best products in the market and not a homemade product of the bank listed on the recommendation list. Successful and independent asset managers are essential for Swiss banks. Most of them were successful private bankers before becoming independent. Close to 20% of all assets held with Swiss banks are managed by roughly 2,500 independent asset managers. The last 2 years since Brexit, some of the best family offices moved their offices from London to Zurich or Geneva. Switzerland is the hub for independent asset managers. My asset managers and friends have substantial assets booked with their Swiss private banks. Together, we can negotiate fair all-in fees for you. A significant volume of assets puts you in the driver's seat is an advantage for negotiating better all-in fees with the bank. I am gonna make an offer the bank can't refuse. How much will cost me an asset protection setup? Let me give you some numbers. A new client invested $18 million in a discretionary managed bond portfolio. His external asset manager is a famous bond expert. His asset protector is a Swiss banking lawyer. The client pays an all-in fee of 1% per year from the assets under management. The 1% fee is composed of 0.25 for the bank as custody fee and 0.75 as the asset management fee. If you go alone to the bank, you pay 20% or 35% more fees. That means that you can be overcharged with 100,000 euro. You know if you will be advised by a product pusher. These are no bond expert and no banking lawyer consultancy taking care of your assets. Against 1% of the assets under management, the client receives a Swiss bank account, an independent bond expert, and a constant asset protection monitoring by a Swiss banking lawyer. What is the minimum amount to open a Swiss bank account? We are not product pushers. We are relationship managers. We develop long-term relationships based on trust, transparency, and honesty. The all-in fee is the guarantor for complete alignment of interests and the eliminator of all sort of conflict of interest situations. If you have at least a Swiss bank account minimum balance of 500,000 euro to start, give us a call. We will find the best Swiss bank account solution tailor-made to your needs and expectations. A minimal investment of 500,000 is required for sufficient investment diversification. Portfolios below 500,000 euro must be diversified with expensive fund products instead of direct investments in shares and bonds. The expensive investment in fund products will destroy the performance of the portfolio. Therefore, the Swiss bank account minimum balance of my clients should be 500,000 euro. Exceptions must be discussed on a case-by-case basis. Why is an offshore bank account important for asset protection? A fundamental tool for asset protection is a private bank account. We work with the safest offshore banks in the world, the Swiss banks. We are eligible introducers for Swiss private banks and independent asset managers. We are living in a world of constantly changing laws and regulations. Bankrupt governments and rapacious tax authorities shoot first and ask later. We are informed about what's going on in Switzerland because we are living here. We feel the sentiments of the population. We are in a position to anticipate developments, alerting and warning you. As the asset protector, I will inspect the files of the bank and the asset manager on a quarterly basis, followed by a subsequent reporting. I will be informed on the latest developments in banking, tax, compliance, regulations, sanctions, golden visa programs, citizenship by investment, and much more. When the automatic exchange of information has been invented, we informed, alerted, and warned our clients in advance. They were able to implement appropriate measures. Some of them changed jurisdiction or started the voluntary disclosure program or went out of the banking system when it was legal and possible. You will deal with senior professional advisors and not only simple product pushers. You get lower costs, high quality advice, timely alerts, and a constantly growing Swiss bank account who makes you rich step by step. Custody, trading and forex fees are significantly lower than other offered by banks to individual clients walking into the bank alone. Remember, if you go alone to the bank opening a Swiss bank account for non-residents, you will pay at least 20 to 35% more. Insider information just like that cannot be found in universities, in libraries, and not in internet. If you like more information on your offshore bank account, offshore banking, international tax optimization, wealth management, and asset protection, I only share with subscribers. Sign our boutique law firm's letter. Based on that information, you will save more money and expand your business faster than your competitors. Check our video blog on our website, where you will find the links to more of our educational case-related articles and easy-to-read articles. If you lost money on your Swiss bank account because of a Rapacious product pusher, if you have a confidential or sensitive questions you would like to discuss only with me, grab your mobile phone now and dial 00414421244404. Give me a call now. Be rich and stay rich. Have a wonderful day.